Why are there so few executive coaches in the agile industry, and why is it such a rare skill set? There are a lot of executive coaches out there who are not skilled in agility, and there are a lot of executive coaches who claim to help with agility, but usually what they do is they ask executives how can they help them to be successful. That is a classic failure mode, and where an executive agility chef would leave a typical agile executive coach behind is we're not trying to help the executive to be more successful. We're going to help them to be more successful in a new world, not in the old mold, but in the new mold. Not trying to milk the cow we already have, but in trying to avoid the organization getting disrupted, trying to foster more innovation, more capability improvement within the organization so that agility can be right across the organization. So we can really be efficient with where we've established product market fit, but where we can be much more effective in getting new products to market and expanding our market share with those new products, those new services. So there's actually a real scarcity of support for executives in this space. I wrote in my newsletter only yesterday, on the 7th of February, I wrote about this whole notion of engagement models. There are a number of authentic engagement models out there, and a lot of people specialize and they will say, well, here's my thing, and there's one right way, and there's the only way that you need. An executive agility chef will actually help the executive to understand the various options that are in front of them and to help them to make sense of, for their context, of what might be more appropriate, rather than one right way or one size fits all. They'll help them to understand what the options are. The kind of executive coaches in the agile space that kind of make me feel uncomfortable are the ones that are not so passionate about agility at all. They're in this space because they're making lots of consulting fees in this space, but actually they're not helping the case for agility at all. They're helping executives to deal with whatever problems that are in front of them right now, which is fine. I get that. And ultimately you do want pull, you do want to build relationships with the executives, but ultimately asking people how you want to help them to be more successful doesn't help anyone, because executives are very successful at competing with each other, and what we need is for them to collaborate with each other, not to just be talking about collaboration, but really the whole organization working together. That actually requires a change in mode, a change of ways of working, and change in the ways of thinking, change in behaviors, and helping people to be more successful in what they do now. That doesn't really help anybody. You can go to lean coaches for that. Agility coaches help you to be more effective. Very few of them around, but check out an agility chef. They will help you.